without an overdrive. And that's usually something you can use to just win a crucial gunfight, just the extra strafing speed that you get, or just that, or even to chase for a kill. You can end up chasing someone, using it offensively. That's where overdrive can come in handy, especially when you're trying to get to these hard points as fast as you can. If you end up spawning out or being the farthest one of your 3 teammates, you can kind of get closer in for a more coordinated push. So,
yeah, I mean, both
don't have access to that, but
yeah, I mean, both no matter what you pick, Overdrive or Centurion, they're both really going to do the same for your team. Like we said, having the trophy drone can be a benefit to you. Obviously, it's going to block out one tactical, and then it's going to regen. You're going to get it again. Then the Centurion. Going to be a big trophy system inside of the hill. It's also going to just give a little bit of a jammer effect to anybody who does come in. It doesn't really affect your play that much, but it's just to the point where it starts to get a little bit of annoying. It's really easy to take out. That's the one thing. If a player's open in a hill, the Centurion's just attacking him, you can get that out in just one clip of your gun. But it's just like a little bit of a nuisance, so we'll see that come into play as well. But then you have the big 3 that's just basically a staple that you need every single time that you go into a game.
So those classes are being changed here for uplink, or excuse me, for hardpoint. Should expect to see a lot of the same in terms of what we saw in the first hardpoint. Clayster tries to stray away from that NV4 and instead allow Enable to take the reins with that one. So expect to see a K-bar in his hands. Maybe either zoom or attach or run that OSA. On throwback, it could definitely be a strong weapon to have when we get into that barn hardpoint, especially around middle map for those huge engagements near tunnel. But one thing that's also going to be big is just those NV4 gunfights at Top Soda.
Yeah.
On both sides. It's going to be big for having that map pressure towards mid.
Yep, the biggest thing is now is just how are you going to shut down Zed? You're going to see him pull out the ERAD once again. I think we're just at the point in this game where using a submachine gun is kind of useless. You should just have the AR in your hands. I mean, there's no point in really trying to experiment with it off the start. I mean, it can make me eat my words, but the same thing on Frost. He started out with that ERAD, immediately put it away, pulled out a K-bar too, and started doing some pretty nice work with it.
I think it's different, and it's fine that he's using the sub now because with the sub, he knows what engagement he's going for. He knows what other engagements his teammates will be going for. So he knows exactly where he can put himself in the beginning of the game. Whereas throughout the rest of it, we're not going to really see him use it because the enemy team can sort of hover around however they want with their setup, and you might not be able to get into those positions with a submachine gun. So I don't disagree with having it off the break. I think it's perfectly fine as long as you have the correct pathing with it.
I feel like just having an OSA would be better. That thing is just going to shred more than the ERAD would, just so much quicker as well. There's no disadvantages to using just too many OSAs. I mean, it's going to have the range to it. It's going to be able to get quick hip fire kills as well. But anyway, we're starting this one off. LA trying to claw back and make the reverse sweep happen. Zed is going to be the player off the start and immediately going to be taken out there by the OSA of Attach. And FaZe looking pretty good. Zuma going to try to slay out these players that are coming from Barn.
No kills on the side of Elevate. This is exactly how we saw the first hardpoint start out. Attach and Zuma just carried the first 30 seconds of the game. And now Attach pinched between 2 different players. That's Tunnel and Underpass. He's going to find himself taken down. Placed there in a power position. Jumps out of it to find 1 kill. Tagged up by the Tactical. That's going to stop him on his second one. And Shawnee responds with 3 kills. Him and Zed this series in their respawns have just been a huge part of what they can do. And it looks like they have no signs of slowing down, except for Zed actually starting off 0 and 2. But I expect to see him come back to life and bring something that he saw, bring what he brought in the uplink. Excuse me. So Clay's doing Attach, finding 3 kills. That's going to be 4 again. Actually, Zuma is going to team kill Enable. Still, looks like FaZe is setting up for the rotation.
Yep, just one player needs to stay alive back here. It's going to be Shawnee. He's going to do the advantage from long range with that MV4, just playing on these back tiles. Not going to be pushing into the market. Is going to be tagged up, but the kill is not going to be coming in. Enable quickly coming around, and Shawnee doing an excellent job of just staying alive and waiting for his teammates, trying to get the turn on Clayster. Clayster will be taking him out. Now, this entire hill so far, the Elevate players have been spawning all the way in blue, but FaZe have nothing to truly show for it, picking up maybe 10 or 20 seconds inside of the hill. Attach not going to be inside. Off to a very hot start in this game, 6-2, currently on a 3-kill streak. Clayster 7-2, going on a 2-kill streak as well.
Clayster with the utility, tossing a trophy system on that hardpoint. Expect to see that on a lot of these nade-heavy hills. Wants to be able to protect his team in case they're not running tack resist or blast shield or anything. And also just to stop them from getting disrupted in the hardpoint in general from these jammer grenades and blackout grenades. So now that scrap time looks like it's going to go to Elevate. We got Clayster moving up towards Bus, trying to catch someone in the rotation. It looks like he just might be able to find someone if he's patient enough. There it is, shots on his back, connects with all of them. 3 kills in favor of FaZe, and Clay's in position, completely unanswered and uncontested. But here comes the rotation from Elevate, from Barn to Lemon. With Clayster pre-aiming, he's got to find himself at least 1 kill here.
Greedy going to be there with the MV4. He's going to be able to take out initial kill on Clay, trying to get this break to happen. Attach going to be inside of the hill, pushing out. He's going to be able to pick up a nice 2-piece start to save it. He's going to be able to turn. It's going to have the support of Zuma, who's going to be able to clean up that kill. But excellent job that we're seeing from FaZe so far. No big breaks coming in from Elevate, and I know it's got to start, especially on this hill. It's got to be the MV4 player in the back. He's got to be the one getting those shot calls, knowing where the players are, and tagging them up. That's exactly what they're doing now. Hill's going to be contested, but now going in favor of the side of Elevate. One player left last alive on this push for the side of FaZe. That is going to be Attach. Once again, you're going to see him fly in, pick up one, immediately trade it out. Enable's going to be able to trade that kill as well with that MV4. So let's see the rotation start to come in now as we're going to be heading over towards Statue.
I mentioned that I expected Zed to pick it up, even though he started off 0-2. Coming off such a big uplink game, I thought he would do some damage, and he just ended his 4 streak, getting Elevate a bit of time on that bike path hardpoint, and they have the initial time on the new hardpoint here on Baseball Field. So they know to expect either a mid push or a bike path push. It looks like most of FaZe is actually favoring bike path as Clayster's on the flank from blue.
Yep, we're seeing a lot of the same that what we saw in Retaliation. They're kind of going for the 3-1 split in terms of trying to get a pinch on a player, and that's exactly what they did there. Clayster was able to pick up a kill there with the cluster grenade, but now the phase break is coming in. Shawnee going to be left last alive back in concessions with that MV4 player challenging him is going to be Attach. Let's see if he's going to be able to come up big in this one. Attach is going to come out on top, but immediately you're going to see the Elevate player start to wrap back around and try to contest for this hill. 20 seconds left before we head back into the middle. Some destroyed equipment going down, but FaZe able to take over this hill convincingly.
FaZe is going to be awarded with the scrap time as they win that final engagement. Elevate has no reason to wrap back over to this hardpoint and try and get any time. They know that they just need to forfeit that one and set up for the next hill on mid-map. And 3 players actually are already on the path to do so. Shawnee just trying to apply some extra map pressure. As you can see in the top left corner of your screen, in the bottom right corner of the mini-map. Zed's able to catch him in the corner, takes down Zuma, Enable responding with a kill onto Shawnee and Attach with Watson. And it just seems like FaZe is able to get so many of their kills in unison. They're able to retake these hills with no problem.
And Attach is doing very, very good. We talked about what are they going to do to shut down Zed, and he's doing just that. He's winning a majority of engagements, 14-7 right now. Every single time you see him get into one, I mean, we say he's a submachine gun player, which you still want to call him that, but we're just going to say the K-bar from up close, he's doing an excellent job. Every single time we've been on board with him, he's doing such an amazing job of just getting those crucial kills, making the enemy team spawn out. We're on board with them once again. He's going to be able to pick up one. There's going to be one more player challenging. Going to get the turn, so the timing going in favor of the player from Elevate. Picking up some decent time off this middle hill, which is usually contested, and you can just thank the MV4 play for that.
Take a look at our scoreboard here. Currently, the highest scoring KDs in the lobby are coming from the likes of Attach and Clayster. I mentioned just how crucial of a player Attach is going to have to be for the team on this map, and he's proving his dominance right here and now, currently on his 2 streak, the most hardpoint time on his team. He's contributing a whole lot in every column.
He definitely is. Ultimately going to be contested. One player inside, that is going to be Zed. The rewind is going to be coming into play. Attach is going to be able to read that. He will take him out. And just like that, the big break coming in there from the players from FaZe. Now, the big thing to watch is Zed did get a split spawn. So now they have an opportunity to pinch, but they need to worry about Enable and back market.
This is just a one-sided affair. 3 kills go in favor. Very little pressure coming towards Attach. But it looks like the Elevate players are still spawning out pretty close towards bike path. It's looking like a split spawn, actually. 2 players on bike path, 2 spawning up on the opposite side towards baseball field. And now we're going to see a pinch coming in from every doorway. Attach is still able to find 2 kills, completely shutting down both of them. And FaZe's lead, the snowball is rolling. I don't know if Elevate can respond to it.
It's going to be hard. You got to shut down Attach. He has the Trinity Rocket. He's getting close to getting that bombardment. And then the next streak he's going to be going for is that Warden. If you get the Warden on this map, it's pretty much game over. So we're just going to stay on board with Attach, see what he's going to be able to do. There's going to be one player who might be able to shut him down here, but no, the timing is going to go in favor of Attach. Is he going to be able to pick up this kill on Reedy? Yes, there's going to be one more following up from Granny's 175 off the ward. So now if you're Attach, play selfish. You've got a comfortable lead. Now you just need to try to tag it on. Is he going to get it? He gets the Warden. He's fully streaked out. Attach is on a fire right now. 23-9 for Attach. 140 inside of the hill, doing everything for FaZe thus far. The Warden is going to come into play. You can pretty much chalk this one up. It is going to go for a win for FaZe.
They are playing right into Attach's game right now. He's making it look so easy. Score streaks coming in. The snowball is rolling, and it has no signs of stopping. FaZe Clan is currently 40 seconds away of objective time from closing this game out. Elevate in current possession of the hard point. That's going to end soon. Attach runs through with his score streaks and the K-bar in hand to shut it all down single-handedly.
Talk about a performance from Attach, right? Kind of a guy who's been quiet all weekend long, comes into this one, drops a Warden. I know we've been seeing a lot of wardens going on in open bracket. I believe we've seen one on the main stage as well, but the Streak's going to be coming in there for attach. Going to be able to find one, but the players from FaZe didn't get the rotation early, but they were able to slay out, which is good enough. Shawnee going to be the last player left in bowling now. This hill control is going to go in complete favor of FaZe. Now they need to worry about the mid push. The pinch coming in from both bowling and mid. See what they're going to be able to do. Attach going to go ahead and pop the rewind. Now the Trinity Rocket is going to be coming inbound with that warden still in the air. Going for the 100-point club here on the guys on Elevate. Let's see if they're going to be able to complete this task. Attach just continuing in hot streak, trying to find another one. Going to be picked up by Clayster. And Hill still going heavy in favor of FaZe, but now Elevate going to be able to finally get that final break at the last 17 of this. And now you look at the mini-map players from FaZe spawning out, going to be rotating straight back to mid to try to get control.
FaZe is 15 seconds away from shutting out Elevate in this hard point in a very embarrassing fashion. They're going to get this scrap time, but it's not going to mean a whole lot if FaZe is already set up for the next one. He's actually going to push this one with 2 seconds left. I think he's just kind of not really worried about what's going on with this one. He just wanted to go for an early flank. But FaZe, they can fool around as much as they want. They just need 14 seconds of objective time, and that's the end of the map and the series. Attach finds those 2 kills. That should open up a good window for FaZe to close out the game here. Clayster's able to stay alive after getting his kill as well. But no, there's the trade from Reedy. Zuma's able to catch Watson. Someone needs to kill Reedy. He's got 2 kills in that power position. That's going to be attached. Oh, who else to do it? You know, that's the best person to do it right now.
Yeah, right now, like we said, the guy's hot, 33 and 15. Now we just go ahead and take a look at the side of Elevate. Nobody going positive on the team. Almost every engagement they're getting in there, they're basically just losing. And I mean, it's coming down to a straight. It sounds as obvious as it is. I mean, but it's just been attached the entire time. Majority of the agents going his way. So it's just been a beautiful thing to see from the side of FaZe. Now 5 seconds away from getting this one. Zuma going to be inside of the hill, will be taken out. Camo is going to be ready for the side of both FaZe and Elevate. Watson going to be going into the hill with the Camo, just trying to waste as much time as possible. 250 to 107 in favor of FaZe Clan, and they are going to close out this series against Elevate.
It's just star player hardpoint play coming from attached that game. No one was on his level. He was winning all of his gunfights, engagements that he had no business winning. He was coming out on top with no problems at all, and FaZe is going to close that one out in a dominating fashion. It's going to be the end of the series, 3-1. As Elevate's only able to take the Frost uplink.
Now this is the FaZe that we all weekend long have just been, the expectations that we have for him, right? Just been completely going off like that. I mean, like we said, Attach, usually a pretty quiet player, but we get the one stand-up performance from him, doing everything for the team. 33 kills, 17 deaths, 1 minute 55 inside the hill with 5 defends as well. I mean, you look at the side of Elevate, I think the biggest thing, like we said, is just those engagements. There's a lot of times where they tried to go for those pinches, but they just weren't able to get the trades, and you can thank Attach for that, probably picking up at least 2 or